What keeps the world alive is not what you see. It is what you ignore. Not the tallest buildings, not the biggest factories, not the loudest markets, but a narrow line on a map, a thin passage of water that quietly connects nations. Block it, and food becomes more expensive. Fuel becomes harder to afford. Deliveries slow down. Cities begin to feel the pressure. The world looks powerful. Huge cities rising into the sky. Factories running day and night. Ships crossing oceans without fear. From a distance, it feels unstoppable. But power without connection is fragile. And today, you will see why. Let's begin. Far between two continents, there is a narrow waterway that most people will never notice. Yet it quietly controls how fast the world moves and how much the world pays. It is not wide and it is not glamorous, but it is one of the most important routes on the planet because it connects markets that depend on each other every single day. Through this single passage, food travels to millions of people who do not grow enough. Fuel moves to cities that must stay warm and active. Steel reaches factories that cannot build without it. And medicine crosses borders to arrive where time matters. This route does not produce anything by itself, but it makes production possible by keeping supply moving. And when supply moves smoothly, prices stay stable. That is why this waterway matters, even when it is invisible to most people. When it works, nobody talks about it. But when it slows down, the effects spread fast, and the world begins to feel pressure long before it understands the reason. For a long time, the system runs smoothly and quietly, and that is exactly why people trust it. Ships enter the waterway, ships exit the waterway, goods keep moving, factories stay busy, and markets stay calm. The connection does its job so well that it becomes invisible, and the world begins to treat it like it will never fail. But the truth is simple. The most trusted systems are often the most fragile because they depend on one thing going right every single day. Then, one morning, without warning, the routine breaks, and the world begins to move toward a problem it cannot yet see. A massive cargo ship enters the narrow passage under changing conditions, and the balance starts to slip. The wind grows stronger, the current shifts, and small forces begin to push a very large ship in the wrong direction. Inside the control room, the captain tries to keep the ship steady, but the route is tight, and the margin for error is small. The ship drifts, the angle becomes dangerous, and within moments it turns sideways and becomes trapped across the channel. It is not destroyed, and it is not missing, but it does not need to be. One stuck ship is enough to shut the route, stop the flow, and block everything behind it. At first, life on land still looks normal because most people do not see what happens on the sea. Stores stay open, streets stay busy, and the world continues like nothing has changed. But out on the ocean, the chain reaction begins. Ships slow down, then stop, then line up in long rows, waiting for a route that is no longer open. Crews look ahead at the endless line and realize they are not just delayed, they are trapped. With every hour, more ships arrive and add to the waiting line, and the ocean becomes a parking lot filled with food, fuel, parts, and medicine that cannot reach the places that need them. After a few days, the effects begin to appear in the real world, and the pressure starts to rise. Factories wait for parts that never arrive. Managers face deadlines they cannot meet, and production slows because supply is stuck far away. Fuel stations begin to adjust prices because deliveries are delayed, and drivers notice the change before they understand the reason. In some countries, Warehouses remain full, but in other places, shelves become thinner, and the market responds the same way it always responds, with higher costs. The world is not running out of resources. It is losing smooth movement. And when flow breaks, transport becomes expensive. Delays create uncertainty. Uncertainty creates fear. And fear pushes prices higher than logic alone ever could. That narrow waterway was never the hero. It did not produce anything. It did not create wealth. And it did not build cities. It only connected. And when it stopped, the world realized something uncomfortable. Power is not always about creation. Sometimes, power is about connection. The world did not collapse because it lacked resources. It struggled because it forgot how dependent it truly was. We live in a time where everyone wants to be visible. Everyone wants to be the producer, the leader, the strongest. But very few people think about the connectors, the quiet systems, the invisible links. And yet, those invisible links are what hold everything together. The lesson is simple. You do not have to be loud to be powerful. You do not have to be big to be essential. Sometimes, the most important role is the one nobody notices, until it disappears. Here is the final truth. The world does not always struggle because it lacks resources. It struggles because movement is interrupted. One narrow path stops, and the effects travel everywhere. Now, let's learn 3 important words from today's story. 1 is waterway. A waterway is a path of water where ships travel from one place to another. 2 is flow. Flow means smooth and continuous movement, and when flow stops, systems begin to fail. 3 is depend. Depend means to need something in order to function properly. The world depends on connection. It depends on movement. And it depends on small systems working together. Remember this: movement matters. Thank you for watching.